Are you looking for the best snot sucker? Usually this one's used for babies, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it because we used to use some of those bulb syringes, and those would just get nasty, and we're going to talk about that too. First of all, hi to all the new dads out there. This is Dad Reviews. This is where I give you my unedited, hopefully more authentic look at the products that we like, use, and have, and use to suck boogers out of our babies' nostrils. So if you're interested in that, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button. So what we have here is this thing. Actually, it's this thing right here. This is a snot sucker. And I don't know if y'all remember, other parents probably have used them. It's those bulb, they kind of look like a teardrop. It's like a bulb, and then it comes to a point, and you stick it in your baby's nose, but you press it first, and you stick it in your baby's nose, and then you release, and it creates suction in the nose so that you can get all their snot out. So that's great, it works well, it does get the snot out, but the problem with it is that the snot is stuck in the bulb, and unless you can take it apart, it's really hard to get that snot out. I mean, I guess you could suck up some water, swish it around, and then flush it out, but you're never 100% sure if that thing is clean. Also, you can't really see the insides of it unless it's a clear one, and so you have no clue if mold is growing in it or anything like that, any kind of nasty bacterias or whatever. So that's whenever my wife, I think she saw somebody else online using this thing right here. And this is called the NoseFrida by FridaBaby. I'm going to link this up down in the description below. Y'all can go read other people's reviews about it, not just take my word for it. But we've actually been using this for a good year now, maybe even longer than that. And it works really, really well. So whenever your baby, you notice, getting snotty, some boogers in there, even your kids you could use for it. They don't know how to blow their nose really good yet. You could simply use this again for them, and basically this thing, it clicks onto there. So it creates a good hold, nice suction, and basically you stick this in their nose, and then you use this end to suck the boogers out. Now, there is one caveat to this thing that you must know, is that you're gonna need this to go with it. If you guys wanna check this stuff out too, like I said, I'll link it up down in the description below. You can go read other people's reviews about it, not just take my word for it. I'm just one guy showing it off to you for the first time, letting you guys know what I know about it. But whenever you get these NoseFrida things, you need some of these. These right here, as you can see, there's a few gone there. It's a little filter for it. So you pull one out, and then, as you can see, there's that little circle right in there. What you want to do is put this filter right into that circle, because this is where your breath is going to be to make the suction happen. So once you get your filter in there, you got to kind of twist it and press on it and whatnot, get it down in there, and then you're going to close this thing up. Now, I don't have any snots, it's a really bad demonstration, and our baby's not snotty right now, but the idea is that you're gonna suck this, it's gonna suck the snot into, out of the nose into here, but you don't want that snot going into your mouth, and you don't want it going into this tube, because that'd probably be a little tough to get out too. So that's why you have these little filters here to keep out all that gunk. So I'm just gonna do it to myself because I've never done it before. We're gonna check this thing out. Y'all ready? Yeah, I mean, I can feel that little bit of suction in there. Now, your baby may not like it that much, and it is a little tough. Whenever you're going to get the snot out, you want to make sure that this is in your mouth first, so that you can hold your baby's head a little bit, because they're going to want to shake because they don't want this thing in their nose. That's another thing with the bulb syringes as well. It makes it a little bit tougher because you have to keep that bulb depressed, and you only have one hand to be able to maneuver everything with. This one's a little bit easier because, one, it's so thin, you can kind of pencil grip it. I don't know why I keep putting this thing in my mouth and talking to you guys. You can pencil grip it, and then you can kind of hold it near their heads and their mouth, their nose, to be able to get it in, but you can also hold this underneath their chin, and so you can actually have a little bit more leverage to be able to hold them there, and then you can put the other hand on top of their head, or maybe rub their belly or something like that to calm them down, but you can be able to get it in there, and then you just suck from there. So I find that this works a lot better, just to be able to control your baby a little bit more while you're trying to get all that snot out of their nose. After that, you're going to want to just clean this thing, pull that off, run some water through it, get a little scrubby brush thing. You know, the brushes that they use to clean the baby bottles with, you can use that to get inside here, or like a metal straw. You can use that to get inside here if you really want to get a good clean on it. You're going to want to get a new filter every time you do it, or if you see like this one getting all snotty and whatnot. You probably have a few. Does it say if you're supposed to use it? NoseFrida, the snot sucker hygiene filters are clinically proven to prevent bacterial and mucus transfer. Replace hygiene filter after each use to maintain suction effectiveness of the NoseFrida and minimize moisture buildup. Now, if you guys want to read it, if y'all are in a different language or whatever, y'all can pause the video and read some of that right there. Then give a little bit more information about that. But actually, I'd be curious to know, how do you say snot sucker in different languages? I don't know if anybody, what that would be. I don't know. How do you say snot in German? I can't remember. But they do say that you should reuse these. You should not reuse these. So you're gonna want to make sure that you get a few of these, especially if your baby's like really sick or whatever, and you're doing this on the regular. Like I said, I'll link all this up down in the description below. Amazon probably has them in a bulk pack. On this particular one, you can see the little cutout down there. You get 20 different filters. So if you do like one a day, you could get through like 20 days, almost a month. If you're doing it, you know, twice or 3 times a day, you maybe have like a week's worth in here. So you may want to get a few packs of these. Kind of depends on how much allergies your babies and your kids get. But I can definitely recommend this thing. Works great. Nasal aspirator, non-invasive, BPA free, easy to clean, top rack safe. Oh, I didn't realize it was top rack safe. So you could put this thing in the dishwasher. There's a saline snot spray, an all-natural mist with sea salt and water. That's all specially formulated to design with small noses in mind. So that'll help to kind of mist it up there, break it up a little bit, and then you can snot suck it out. And then they do give you, looks like 10 filters to go in here to begin with. If you guys want to read more of like the directions and whatnot, y'all can pause the video and check out that right there on the screen. Take some time to read all that, but they just tell you about tips, and then disposable filters should be in place to prevent the mucus, kind of what we went through already. Mist, pump once or twice into the air to ensure an even spray. Pump firmly into each nostril. They give you the ingredients, and they talk about cleaning it and some tips for it. So y'all can go ahead and read all of that. And like I said, I'll link it all up down in the description below so that you guys have a better idea of what you're getting into here if you do decide to go with this. But like I said, we use this with our babies. Works great. Really like it. If you guys want to see some of the other baby products that we've used, I'm going to put those right there on the screen. You guys go click those videos. I'll see y'all in those videos. Thank you, dads, for watching. That thumbs up is always appreciated, and Dad out.